Working! We've done it!
Woo!
Right.
Good job, Matt!
Yes.
What
Sorry
time
for
is
the
it?
delay.
That's okay.
Shut up, Amber.
Just saying.
Let me ask you that.
Hostility.
Yeah.
Okay, buckle up for 4 hours of recap.
Yeah. Make sure.
Oh, excuse me. So, like I was saying at the beginning of this gong show, this is the very end of an arc. We're just testing our setup. It was a good thing we did. A lot of troubles. You probably won't understand a lot of what's going on unless you've been following the DMs Guild over on patreon.com/talkingrecklesspodcast, in which case you'll know exactly what's happening because we made all of this.
Sounds so fun.
All right.
Sounds
It
like a
is
great
fun.
group of people.
Keep pumping us up.
Hi, I'm Matt. This is Oliver playing Ibris. This is JR playing Varys. That's Kevin playing Ding. This is Paula playing Arignani. And this is Amber playing Nyx.
Hello.
And I'm Matt, the DM.
Sparkle.
Let's not bring that into
We'll
this
have
one.
this is Amber Sparkle, the one and only. We'll have, like I say, it's a test. We'll have a clean break, new characters, new campaign when we actually get rolling. All that noise. Okay. I'm also not looking at chat, so if something goes wrong, well, let's see. This is literally the same recap, so you guys have heard some of this before.
First time.
This story, our story,
New Year's.
it began hundreds of years ago with an elf named Elric. In his youth, Elric was a hero, and as he aged, along with his companions, he saved the world more than a few times. As Elric grew older, he retired to the Merriam Vale, a secluded area wrapped in mountains far to the northeast of Waterdeep. Among Elric's final crop of students was a tiefling, Kendrick Barrows, who similarly raised a group of adventuring companions and set out to follow in his master's footsteps.
Woo! Kendrick.
What became of Kendrick and his party right now, it's unknown, but it's a story told in legends and songs. You ran into a bard, Elaine of the Ballad, who knew a bit of the story, sang a song for you. Between the Merriam Vale and Waterdeep, there's a monastery, the Order of the Twilight Rose, where Arignani, an elven monk, fled after her monastery sister Erica died under mysterious circumstances. Nyx and Varys, a gnome and a half-drow, they found each other after years of living on the streets or living alone in the wilderness, respectively. They broke into a noble's home in Waterdeep and stole something immensely valuable, which they later learned was called a golem's eye. In Waterdeep, the City of Splendors, Chaddington Bosworth III graduated with top grades from Bosworth Academy, a university run by his family that teaches everything from magic to swordplay. And these you five, were all approached independently by Tommy Fornox, a fast-talking apothecary who tricked the party not only to getting arrested, but in being taken to one of Waterdeep's maximum security wards, Cell Block 11. After being locked inside, you learned that Tommy had given you the tools to escape, even though one of you tried to drink some of the acid that he gave you to dissolve the lock. And he wanted you to get something from evidence on your way out. The Master's Sword, which you later learned was the sword of Elric. It was here that you met Silent Mist, a blind, leopard-printed tabaxi who helped you escape with the Master's Sword in tow. Tommy took the party and the sword to meet the Highwaymen, an enigmatic group of 4 individuals, a half-orc, a human, a fourth one that no one had ever seen. I skipped the dwarf, pardon me. And the party was sent by the Highwaymen to find someone, a wizard's apprentice who suspected his master was working for some nefarious power. You found Kieran and his master, Wizen. You learned of a group of drow fanatics called the Web. The Highwaymen eventually sent you north to the Merriam Vale with the Master's Sword. Your purpose was to learn anything you could about the sword, its origins, or anything you could about something called shards. The Highwayman wasn't sure what these shards were, but he suspected they worked with the sword somehow to create some sort of a weapon. And on your way to the Vale, you stopped at the Order of the Twilight Rose, the monastery where Arignani was trained, and there you were reintroduced to Benji, your former instructor. And working with him, you learned that the monastery's immortal abbot, and of the powerful artifact, the Twilight Rose, the mechanism to that immortality. Upon further investigation, you learned the Web was using the unique properties of the Rose to swap the minds of its agents into the bodies of the monks. After a slight miscalculation, you told what you suspected to the abbot, who herself turned out to have been a Web agent from the very beginning. Benji was murdered, and the party lost quite a few friends as you tried to fight your way out of the monastery, failing in your attempt, eventually being captured. Nyx was fatally stabbed, and The others were magically compelled, one by one, with the phrase, "Bring me the heads of the highwaymen." Your heart's heavy, bound by magical compulsion, you made your way back to Waterdeep with plans of killing the highwaymen. Miraculously, you learned on the way Nyx survived her injuries and discovered strange mechanical workings in her body. She would later learn that they resembled warforged machinery. You returned to Waterdeep, where Chaddington's twin sisters intercepted you, having been secretly warned by Nyx that the party was coming back to Waterdeep to kill the highwaymen. Ding's sisters called for a tinker, who, after examining Nyx, recognized the workmanship as warforged, and was able to repair her, temporarily at least, but directed you towards Baldur's Gate, the only known producer of warforged on the Sword Coast. And as the tinker finished the examination, the double doors leading to the balcony, one of the academy rooms you were staying in, opened. The highwayman revealed himself, and revealed that he was not a highwayman, but a highway woman, a shapeshifter, who had hidden under the guise of these 4 different personas, and who agreed to come back to confront the highwaymen with you, to fulfill the compulsion. Her logic being you would bring her head and the rest of her intact, and together you would confront the highwaymen. And with she filled you in loosely on her plan, which was to carry a bomb into the monastery and just blow everything up. And you had her assume the guise of the half-orc, very dapper, well-dressed in his tailored suit, manicured tusks. You tied the bomb, which was it's about a foot-long cylinder with very ornate arcane runes that don't match up. There's a seam in the middle where it's meant to be spun into place. And you have tied the highwayman's hands to the bomb with the intent of convincing the abbot that it is some sort of it suppresses his shapeshifting abilities. I'm not really. You have some kind of a plan, but you've tied the highwayman's hands to the bomb.
Some kind.
It prevents him from fuckery.
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
No fuckery
That's
allowed.
right. Yeah. You made your way back to the monastery. Ding noticed that the town was empty. Not only empty, but seemingly had been emptied. There was the body of a horse. Doors were ajar, shutters were ripped off. It looked like the place had been ransacked. And you went into the monastery, where you were silently ushered in. You made your way to the abbot's room, going through the magical fountain, where you step inside, and seemingly nothing happens, but the room that led into that, or the door that led into that room, then leads to a different space when you leave. And you have just entered the room of the abbot. Highwayman in tow. I'll get you to set yourselves up here, however you want to be in the room.
Was I invisible? I was,
Nyx
right?
is invisible. Yep, you have about 15...
Yes.
I have about 15 minutes left.
15 minutes left on your invisibility. That's right. Did we get a highwayman mini?
No.
Do we do what?
He can
Oh, a
be
highwayman.
He can
To
be
be dapper ding.
dangles. All right.
I think the highwayman was in front of me. I'm invisible.
Yeah, we're kind
I
of
think
leading
we were
her
like
in, right?
two.
Yeah, but I
He
was
in the middle,
invisible.
and then you were like.
Yeah, in front or behind him. No, I'm the little one.
I think you were right by me because my timer was on.
I think I was in front. Or maybe.
He was in. Yeah.
You guys can be wherever you want.
Sure, yeah.
I am in the back.
I'm also in the back. I cannot
Glass
withstand
is loud.
a...
Sort of touch at all?
Yep, I cannot withstand a stiff breeze.
You got your horns. They help.
And your words.
Glass friend.
And your
Thank you.
your vicious mockery. That helps.
Beanie friend is also...
Beanie friend, okay? Beanie friend. Let's get you up there, beanie friend.
Yep, that's how we're marching in. Highwayman with his anti-fuckery cylinder.
In the guise
Manacles.
of his half-orc persona.
So where we were in the fountain, and it's already changed, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
so
you had just entered the room.
All right.
Before we cut
And
off.
you
And that was
stopped
right
us
where
there.
we exited.
So did we see her in the room?
Yeah,
The
like, what do we-
Abbot, or like what are we walking into? Do we see anything from there?
The room appeared to be empty when you whoever opened the door.
Who opened the door?
Me. Alright, now I'm going to walk in and see what I can see.
Sure. It is dimly lit as usual. This round space about the dimensions of whatever it appears to be on the board. Kind of the soft whites, clay or adobe walls. There's really no. You've never really thought about it. There's really no. You're not sure where the light comes from. Maybe it's magical in origin. You can see a bed, which has been there previously. A desk with papers and ink pots and documents on it. A much longer table, which has stacked files and things on it. But this Spartan room appears to be empty.
I'm just going to walk to the center of the room, and just as I go, Abbott, we've returned. We have fulfilled your task.
Coming from where the Rose Garden is, the area that you stole the Twilight Rose from initially, you hear a voice, which you recognize as the Abbot's. And actually, she comes to the door to meet you. You have an Abbot, perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, she comes to the door to meet you, and looking at you, Ding. You've returned. Your quarry is where?
And I motion behind me towards more towards Ibris than.
Oh.
What do you do?
Right. Yeah.
Do you walk up, Ibris?
Yeah, sure. I'll grab the highwayman by the arm and
Sure.
kind of escort him up.
He gives he kind of like you get the sense maybe it's a fake stumble, but he kind of stumbles as you push him forward.
Since I'm invisible, I'll sort of quietly creep up behind
I'll
them.
come
Sure.
in
Roll
there
a
too.
roll stealth check. With advantage.
With it?
Let me just check invisibility real fast. You still make
Mhm.
noise, remember?
So don't
But if I
fart.
do it, I knew there was going to be a bum joke somewhere here. Oh shoot! With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Worst sneaky rogue.
good. Sneaky rogue, 17.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I walk up with him and here's here's what you sent us for. Here's what we've been compelled to bring you this whole time.
You can't really see her face. She's wearing her cloak as usual, the hood drawn. But you can see it kind of lifts as it looks over you. There's only one here. The other three.
And I give a punch to the stomach of the highwayman,
Sure. He really sells it. He
and I yell,
kind of doubles over.
"Explain."
He kind of holds his hands up. And, well, this might be hard to believe, but there is only one highwayman. And he looks at the abbot as he says it. I'm, a shapeshifter, I suppose you'd consider me. And the abbot kind of takes a minute and looks around at all of you.
He is a shapeshifter, and he's been using that skill of his to sort of make it appear like he has cohorts and henchmen and whatever. And you obviously were under the impression that there were 4.
Roll a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
I suspected there weren't 4, but 1. And you're sure of this?
Yeah, I'd ask him to perform, prove it, but I mean, again, his anti-fuckery manacles is preventing him from...
Fuckery.
Thank you.
Roll a deception check about the bomb specifically. As you bring it up,
Fuckery manacles.
as you bring it up, she looks pointedly at the device that the highwayman's hands are manacled to.
Natural 20.
Even if they weren't, these are my shit. So yeah, I can roll these all night.
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's
some
very
fuckery.
cunning. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
Shit.
It wasn't easy. I mean, he's very powerful. And it took all 4 of us to take him down.
There's 5 of us. Never mind, there's 4.
5 of you starts counting.
Plus
There
the
we-
highwayman.
Make a deception check. with disadvantage.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
5.
5?
Plus
Okay.
2.
Okay.
7.
Sorry, seven total?
Yeah.
Okay. She looks towards the highwayman and then to you, Ibris, who is kind of in charge of him. Bring him into the garden. And she steps back out of the doorway. You lose sight of her.
I'm gonna like hit Varys's arm and be like, "Did you go to school? There's only 4 of us."
Oh, there's this one meme. Oh, fuck, I want to show you that. That's hilarious.
No one can see Nyx's face, but she's just like,
Okay, fuck it. Let's fucking go. So I grab him by the arm and lead him in.
I'll be close behind.
You guys...
I'll also be following behind, trying to like lose my sound in between these guys.
Are we just...
She is kind of, she's close to the back wall now.
I'll go in first.
Sure.
In case this is...
Yeah. It is the rose garden as you remember it. It is still hacked to pieces from when you cut it up looking for hidden compartments and did manage to find one. But nothing happens as you cross the threshold.
Okay. Continue heading into the room.
Sure.
Okay.
And as you make your way in, Ibris to you, looking at the highwayman, the abbot says, down on his knees, and kind of nods towards the center of the floor.
Okay, I do that move where you kick him in the back of the knee to
Yeah.
kneel him like a tough guy that I am.
He falls to his knees and kind of, you hear the device clang off the ground, and you can hear him. He kind of gives a little cough. And he sort of struggles back to his knees. And the highwayman is currently now kneeling. He's taller than Nyx, certainly, even on his knees. He's a big half-orc. The highwayman looks... the abbot looks at the highwayman for a minute and looks at all of you. And, well, I admit, surprised. I expected some sort of a trick, a trap, maybe. But you've performed, well, beyond expectations. The highwayman alive. This is more than I could have expected.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I kind of want to just kill him and deliver the head.
I know our relationship has been somewhat one-directional, but we could have great use for someone as talented as the 5 of you. I'm sorry, 4 of you. And she pointedly looks at Varys.
Do this.
Anime smell bubbles.
A little hashtag.
I mean, yeah, like as long as you can pay.
We can
As long
pay
as you
quite
don't
well.
pull that, you know,
Yeah, and
Woo-woo
maybe
shit
let's
on
not-
us again.
No more...
no more magic
more,
stuff.
No more mind.
yeah.
Fuckery.
Didn't know who could trust who.
Well,
you understand.
We
my
sort of see the winning side
reservation.
here now,
I thought you might.
and so yeah, no more what is it?
Compulsion.
Compulsion.
Convulsions?
We'll go freely,
Convulsions.
and as long as the gold keeps flowing.
And as you're talking about the compulsion, you realize that pressure in your head, that migraine that has been building over the last few days, seems to be gone.
Okay.
The abbot looks towards you again. Well, one last test of your loyalty, shall we say. She looks at the highwayman, who is down on his knees, his hands bound to this cylindrical device. The abbot, Ibris to you. Kill him.
I take out my rapier, and I motion to go behind him, and I put... Well, like, first I want to, like, sort of, like, gesture for everybody to sort of back up. And I put my rapier to the back of his neck,
Okay.
and I look at everybody.
Uh-huh.
Any last words?
Do you want me to do it?
Hit him hard. Hit him far.
The high.
I was talking to the
Yeah,
highwayman,
yeah.
not you.
Okay. I think I
The highwayman looks up at the abbot. And he kind of... and you're all behind him. None of you can see his expression. But you can hear what he's saying. He's looking towards the abbot. You made one critical error. And you can immediately... You watch as her expression changes. The abbot... Or the highwayman, still. As long as the road is dark and there are wanderers, so too will there be highwaymen. And he starts... anyone paying close attention watches he starts to move his hands.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do Elric's tiny hut. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
Yeah.
grab
the tiny hut.
Ibris by the back of the jacket.
Mhm.
Yep.
Push your mic out into the table more.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna, grab Ibris by his jacket. Like, kind of, I don't know, hold.
Yeah, as I see him, like, raise his hands,
Yeah.
I just wide-eyed, and I'm like, I fucking hope this works. And yeah, if you...
And I'm gonna drop the tiny hut as I see the abbot start to turn
No, highwayman.
the highwayman, start to turn it.
Sure. What does it look like?
It's a 10-foot radius. It's a hut. So it's a wooden hut, little log cabin. Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's a 10-foot radius.
So I'm gonna pull Ibris.
So it's 10 foot in all directions, right?
Yeah.
Did we see it? Like,
It's a dump. Well, you've never
It's a-
used it.
well,
No,
like,
we
you
did
use
use
You did
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a perfectly...
but like, cause Snakes
Spherical.
is invisible right now.
Well, you
as soon as she throws it, you'll see
you
it.
Oh,
see
okay,
it
yeah.
pop
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of like comes. Probably would have came out of nowhere, and similarly, it just pops up.
Sure.
Log cabin dome. I'm gonna make it red
Sure.
because everybody else
This-
is about
this
to blow
red-
up.
Half sphere appears 10 feet in radius. Where do you show me? Is everyone in the sphere? Because this bomb is
Yeah.
like you just
Yeah.
heard it go.
Looks like
I'm
everyone.
gonna
Click.
grab
Did we
Ibris
all-
and pull him kind of back as this log is.
Like I assume everybody
know.
would have started running.
Is Ibris
like,
outside?
Well,
Because if we're all right here together.
It's 10 feet radius. Remember, 10 feet from the center, not 10 feet across,
10.
not 10 diameter. It'd be 20 feet
Yeah, so
diameter.
20 feet.
but we can't
On
all
all sides.
possibly be in 10 feet radius
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yeah,
this
we
board,
have
can
lots of
we?
space.
And look,
Lots of
that's
space.
5,
We
10,
were pretty
15.
close.
So,
Not where was Ibris was right behind the highwayman when this happened.
yeah.
Well, he
but
was
she
right
yanked
there.
me. She yanked me
Yeah,
back.
roll
Yeah.
roll an athletics check as you try
Okay.
to pull Ibris back,
Ooh!
like bodily 5. You're trying to slide him back 5 feet is pretty far to
shit.
go.
I am
That's
portly too.
You're what?
I'm portly.
Portly?
Yeah.
That means fat.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing? Athletics?
Yeah, but she's like
Yes.
Athletics?
Watch the chat for me.
Yeah.
So I know if people say people are quiet or whatever.
Damn stoked.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
What is it? Athletics?
What do you think that's in there?
He says we need a map cam for sure.
We will have a map cam for next next session. Yeah.
10?
10.
10.
Oh, my arms are gonna get caught. My arms and feet.
You already have one googly
You definitely
eye.
can't slide them the full distance you need to.
5 feet.
Some of Ibris is sticking out like Your hooves
Yeah,
are sticking out of the dome.
arms.
Are you might be resistant to fire damage.
Fucking right I am, because of my Infernal Legacy.
Yeah.
Good thing it was you up there.
Did you just turn the furnace off? Okay, nice. So as Arignani grabs Ebers by the scruff of the neck and tries to pull him back, can't quite get him far enough, and as this bomb, as the pieces line up, you watch as the runes, they both start to glow at one end and quickly race to opposite ends of the cylinder. And it's maybe a quarter of a second this takes, and then it's just this blossoming fireball that is from inside the dome is quite spectacular to watch as it flies all over side and around, and it's loud. You can hear mortar and bricks and walls being blown apart.
Where's the PHP?
This whole thing
Ebers.
is coming down on top of us, isn't it?
How are we gonna get out?
Ooh.
Hang
We
on.
don't even know where we are, though.
Are you
That's
checking?
true. We could
Yeah,
It
we
could just
know.
be a hut.
We could be in the.
We could be in.
What's
Lance
that?
Bronze.
The head
Lance
is
Bransman.
the dome is see-through
What is
though.
resistance?
Half damage.
Half.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
roll low,
it's
buddy.
transparent from the inside.
So what is it? Your feet are out?
Yeah, I think so.
And feet and
You
arms.
take half of 30 damage.
15? I think you wait.
15?
Yeah. Is that enough?
You take
knocked
15
out?
points of damage.
20, 22. Okay.
Yes,
God, my hooves!
most of your lower body gets just completely burned, like bad second-degree burns. Your pants have melted and are sticking to your legs. Like it is a bad scene.
I'm
so
just
sorry.
pantsless.
I'm gonna go and just feed him a healing potion.
Sure. So as this bomb goes off, you can hear the walls coming in, the roof presumably behind you.
It's like fucking.
20, I think.
You pour a healing potion into his mouth.
Yeah.
And as the flames clear, you can see the room is completely destroyed. The abbot is, you can see her on top of a pile of rubble. This cloaked figure, that's really all you can make out. Much of the walls have collapsed. You can see back here, bits of sunlight are poking through the ceiling where pieces of it have fallen in.
So is she buried in the rubble?
No, she's prone. She is prone,
Is that-
kind of. She's not standing. No, knock her over.
And we don't see anything of the highwaymen?
You do not. There is a pair of manacles where the highwayman was.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it seems like.
Am I
that would
still
be-
invisible or that's it?
You're still invisible.
Okay.
Using the thing would have made her uninvisible.
He's using an item.
Using an
Yeah,
item?
she's
Oh yeah,
Doing
okay.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go.
Then you were not invisible.
I'm gonna go out and check on this abbot.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow right beside you. And I'm gonna have
I'm gonna
my
kick him.
glaive ready if
I'm ready.
she like moves or does anything.
I'm gonna take my foot and like hit her with my heel.
Sure.
See if she moves or.
As you kick her, she coughs. You can hear this sputtering. This.
I'm gonna step on her throat.
Sure.
Holy.
And as you kick her onto her back, she's kind of lying on her side. As you kick her onto her back, and put your boot across her throat, you can see she's grinning up at you.
Oh shit.
And just out from under your boot, you could just faintly hear with what little breath she has left, like, you made the wrong choice. And there's a moment where she just locks eyes with you, Varys. And then there's this as this chitinous black spike bursts from her midsection. And there's a second passes, another one bursts through with this little spray of gore.
Can I hold my breath?
Sure, yeah, if you want. And you can
Okay.
you can see she's laughing, this kind of silent laughter because she has no breath with you stepping on her throat. And after a moment, there's this tearing sound, this flesh
Oh my
and gristle
gosh.
ripping. And you're not sure what's happening really, Varys. It's this black mass appears to just be emanating from where her legs used to be. And it is rapidly filling the space, almost like this black smoke in a way, but it is solid and this writhing, coiling mass, which is getting bigger and bigger.
I'm gonna
And it's actually moving her. It is She appears to be getting taller as it happens, to the point where you can't stand on her anymore. You're pushed back.
I'm
her
gonna
with the-
attack it. I'm gonna slash at whatever I can slash at.
Sure. Let's roll initiative.
I don't know if you guys marked down, but you guys still have +4 temporary hit points.
Yes.
Yeah, 46 hit points.
What? Hit points.
Damn.
Better believe it.
Insane.
I turned up Kevin Eye. Hopefully that's good. Let us know.
Was that quiet?
Yeah, you and I were apparently.
Lies.
Maybe I'm quiet.
Sick.
17.
Oh man.
1-7.
That's what you rolled?
1-7. It's a big boss fight.
Yeah, big
Calamity
boss.
Cannon.
Boss.
Big boss.
25, 20 or higher. Higher than 20.
21.
21.
Ooh.
20 to 15.
Shit, I have
17.
How do you roll 2 20s and then
15
hot and
to 10.
cold.
14.
Dang. 10 to 5.
9.
5 or 0.
0.
you rolled a 1, but you have a
Yeah.
-1 for initiative?
No, that's a 1.
But you have -1 for initiative?
Yeah. Told you, I'm portly.
Your constitution is also a minus, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, it
smokes.
is.
Oh,
That sucks.
What are you doing?
stop talk, you guys.
No backup.
Ding, as you charge in, ready to attack whatever this writhing, roiling shape on the ground is, as you start to make your way towards her, where the abbot was previously lying prone on her side, she suddenly becomes upright, seeming to lift herself on this black column. And as you watch, this column unfolds, and you watch as a leg, about maybe 4 feet tall, black and chitinous and sharp, emerges from this mass and crashes into the ground. And then another one, and then 6 more, as
Oh my god.
the abbot lifts herself up, and you can see that from her midsection up, she is as she used to be. You can see her robe is torn apart. You can see some reflective armor of some kind underneath.
don't have
Though
a
her,
mini for
her
this?
sleeves seem bare.
Yeah.
It's a spider.
I have a mini for this. Relax.
Oh, do you?
I have a mini for
Okay.
this.
Okay, good. Glad you're
Slow
prepared.
down there, big boss.
But she now appears to be perched on the top of this massive spider body. Where her legs used to be is now this gigantic,
Yeah, there it is.
black,
Ew.
chitinous spider, which is reflecting the light in the room. It's shiny and it's sharp.
There's just one of her?
It's just one of her, yes. She doesn't have the whip like the mini does.
Cut her legs off.
You can see, just through the torn cloak, you can see the handle of what might be a long sword. You're not really sure what weapons she has.
There, that's what she looks like.
That's what she looks like.
gang.
Ooh, she
No whip, though.
No
whip.
whip, no. No. It's very
If you really like.
Diablo.
And Nyx, you get to go first.
Yeah. I got 25 right.
What you gonna do?
Okay. I'm going to.
Well, there is
Maybe I can get, and it reaches 90 feet.
special right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Flamme bladder.
I am going to cast Sleep,
Okay.
and it is gonna go. Sure, 20 feet. So it just says within 20 feet of a point I choose.
Sure.
So I'm gonna choose. Can I cast it in front of them going that way?
What are you
No,
casting?
it's within 20 feet of a point you choose. So,
So a
Circle.
point you choose.
It's a circle. Oh.
20 feet.
Oh, dang.
Maybe not.
Don't hurt me.
only creatures you choose, though, I think, right?
Just says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order. So then that would be anyone in that range, right?
Yeah.
What is that you're trying to
Sleep.
I was gonna do sleep, but maybe I'll do Thunder Wave.
If I put it in
With the pubes and
glass.
Nasty.
Sorry, I forget how to do Thunder Wave too.
Yeah.
Yes, but it feels like it's been a while since
Because
we.
what's the range?
It's been
on
quite
that?
a long
It's been
time.
a while
Long
since
time.
we've done
I haven't
battle.
Through
done
no
it.
fault of
Thank
my
you.
own.
Okay, no, I'm gonna just move up. I'm gonna move here and
This is combat music.
Okay, fine.
Not combat-y enough, hey?
can I hide
no, I
behind
got you, buddy.
Ding?
As the bard.
Let's turn it up to intensity 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Unless
try to
there's
hide behind
Several
Ding.
forms and levels to this.
I'm gonna try to hide behind Ding.
Sure.
'Cause I'm
Roll
little.
a stealth check.
Sure.
Looking right at you.
Yeah, but I'm like little. I like roll, tuck and roll.
You watch your
ground.
head move as this movement of Nyx like scurrying up. You watch as she looks,
Quick.
and she's very tall. She can see over Ding.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Stealth.
From here.
13?
Okay. As far as you know, you're hidden.
Damn it. Okay, and then for my bonus, or no, that was my bonus action, was to hide. No, I get one more, right?
Yeah, you have an action. Yeah.
I'm gonna for my action. I'm going to ready an attack. Can I do that?
Yeah, if you want.
I'm gonna ready an attack
In the event.
that I get attacked.
Okay. If you get attacked, you're gonna what? Shoot with your crossbow.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. So Nyx loads, cocks an arrow, your little hand crossbow, and holds the shot. After Nyx is Varys.
I'm going to cast Flame Blade
Sure.
and attack.
I feel like we haven't battled in so
Must
long
swing
now.
at her,
I forgot how to do this.
Her legs
Sure. With flame blade.
with Flame Blade.
Sure. This it's its own sword, right? It's
Yeah,
not
it's a scimitar. Scimitar?
scimitar.
Scimitar. It's a scimitar that is just a flame.
Sure.
There's no actual blade.
This flaming scimitar appears in
flaming
front of you,
scimitar.
hanging in the air. Go ahead and roll attack.
Okay. Ah, interference. 13 plus my wisdom, because it's a magic.
What does it say?
That's
What does
I
it say
said
on
too.
the flame
I
blade?
totally forgot how to do combat because we've been so busy deciding on plans.
Should be your spell attack.
Yeah,
Should be
modifier.
spell.
Too busy talking. Don't remember how to fight.
Doesn't say.
Spellcasting ability?
What does the thing say?
You can use your action to make a melee spell attack.
There you go, melee
with
spell
a
attack.
Fiery blade. What's your spell?
Wisdom?
Plus
5.
proficiency.
3.
For a total of
So plus 8. So what are we at? 13?
Plus 8.
21.
is it? Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
Is this
So it does.
flaming scimitar that
that one?
apparated in front of her?
3d6.
Ooh. Do you
Good gracious. Good grief.
got it?
Big rolls.
Yowzers.
5 damage.
5 damage. As the scimitar appears in front of her, just hanging in the air, made of flame, she narrows her eyes and she looks at you, Varys. You traitor. And it comes lancing towards her. She kind of scuttles out of the way. You watch as the 6 legs on one side, or the 3 legs on one side, kind of all raise, and you just catch the front one with the scimitar. She takes a little bit of damage. That's 5 points, right?
Just.
Singe a couple of the hairs
Little
on
bit.
her gross, black, bulbous body. Next is Ding.
I am going to attack with my glaive.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Is that a crit?
It was a crit. For 19 damage.
Ooh, yowzers. Holy smokes.
19's a big number.
And
bigger
then
than
I'm
5.
gonna like move closer towards me, like 10 feet more towards the wall.
Sure.
So into the
Ooh,
bushes.
you're my hiding spot.
As you, you take your glaive, right?
Yep.
And just stick her with it right in the spider body. And you watch as this green, like neon green, like alien blood almost, kind of oozes out around where you stuck her. Next is Arignani.
Wrecker Ralph.
I thought you said whacker.
Varys, you're on deck.
I thought it was Arignani.
I wrote Varys twice. Who did I not?
Arignani?
It's me. I got 0.
No.
Ibris is on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna get up close
Sure.
and personal.
A quarterstaff.
As you run up, there's a moment where you like slip a little bit in that neon green blood that is oozing out of her.
Gross.
So I can't hold
So,
my blade at quarterstaff.
because I can't remember my key points, I can do a bonus key point, or like
Oh,
can I
shit,
attack
that's right.
and then I get an extra attack, but can I like hit her and then use a key point after I hit her, or is
So
it
you
key
can
point and then like something else?
you can attack and then you take an extra attack if you want,
Mhm.
or you can use a key point to flurry of blows, which is 2 extra attacks, or is maybe even more extra attacks at this point. But you can spend the key point to get more
Yes.
attacks,
Look it
or you
up.
can use it to step of the wind, or you can use it.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of things you can do with your key points. Remember.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
See if I can.
If it's a 30-foot cone, is
I'm
it 30
just
feet in
gonna,
front
like,
of me or
try-
30 foot like?
Uppercut her,
Yeah.
maybe? How tall is she?
From you.
Can I reach her face?
She's about as tall as she looks. You'd be kind of uppercutting into the bottom of the spider
Yeah,
body.
like a poof, like that.
Sure. An upward double axe handle.
Yeah, that's cool.
I use axes.
Okay.
Let's see here.
What is it? Key points here?
Flurry of blows. It really has been a long time since
Yeah.
combat.
Oh, it's been such a long time.
Chat has reminded me that we both get an extra attack. 'cause
Yeah.
we're-
Hey.
So 3?
Well, 2 total, and then whatever else you get to do after that.
Your lucky chat has your
Okay.
back.
Yeah, good support.
Make
a
sure
little
you
bit
know your
painful.
abilities, because old DM Maddie's out for blood.
Yeah, it's
Should last stand.
coming to get us.
I think 16?
What do you roll?
Yeah.
16?
No, because they're fighter, or he's a fighter. She's
Hit
a monster.
16?
16 is not a hit.
Not a hit.
I mean, you do make contact, but you just are punching this thick carapace as you. It's the equivalent of natural armor.
That's why it's a big boss.
Yeah, big boss. Okay, I'm gonna just go with guy.
Sure.
16?
Regular attack, or what are you doing here? I think flurry of blows is only if you're hurt, or I don't
I think so too, yeah. I'll just do another regular.
know.
I don't know. It says flurry of blows. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have to hit.
No. You just have to use
just
the attack
use
action.
the key point. No, you don't have to hit.
Okay.
So you do get 2 regular attacks, and then you can choose to flurry of blows for another 2 attacks.
So you get like 4
Okay,
attacks.
so let's do that. So I'll hit again.
Okay, good.
Maybe you should be
Your
a
arms
are
monk
gonna get so
next.
tired.
Yeah.
It's been like
Cool.
it's probably been almost 8 weeks
so
since we
long.
like real
So
time
how do
since
I
we've had
even
combat.
fight you
Yeah, it's been
again?
a really long time.
That's why I was like, I don't
Really
remember.
Remember, 5e and any ability will find it super fast.
Is she actually taking like 10 feet each way?
Yeah,
How big she
she's
is?
as big as she looks.
Okay.
17.
It's still not enough.
Shit.
You bring your fist in, and again it. It's like you're punching chainmail, basically.
What did you roll, Kev?
I rolled a natural 20.
And then you rolled a 18.
21.
No, before. Like a 19? 18?
No, I rolled a 21.
As you and as you punch,
Oh.
you get a fleck of her green blood on your hand, and it smokes. It
Stinging?
burns you a little bit. Yeah.
That sucks. Well, this is gonna be
What'll it
tough.
be? 2 attacks gone.
Yeah.
can try flurry if you want.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Sure.
McFlurry her.
I feel like, yeah, she's gonna.
I don't know. Is she like, how, she's like right up against the back wall, right?
Seems to be. Yeah.
Do you think if I could like, use my, what is that called?
I could use spider climate.
Your stone shape thing
Yeah, my earth changer thing.
to try and do what?
Like kind of like grab a hold of her legs, I guess. How would I like grapple?
That would just
I
be
don't know how you would do
whatever the
that, like-
spell. Like the spell says, it has something about movement in it. Would be you would use the ability as it is. It's not super powerful. It's a pretty low level ability. So kind of just whatever the spell says is what it's capable of.
Just use your imagination.
Sorry, guys.
It's alright.
You're sad.
Would you? I don't know if you'd be able to use it anyways.
Yeah, I don't
You've
know.
used your action. I think you can bonus action. You can use a key point if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll just use a key pointers here again.
Sure, flurry blows.
Try this, yeah.
Try another two. Yeah,
Does it
two
get a
more.
bonus?
It is the bonus, right?
Does it get any extra pluses?
I don't think so.
No, just regular.
Yeah, just 2 more attacks.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's better.
What is?
24?
24 is a hit.
Yes! Good thing you went
Do
for
you
it.
have one more attack
No,
after this?
the D6
so.
six-sided.
Yeah, she has one more
You
attack.
should roll your big die.
Big die, my last one?
Yeah. Every last attack you do. Just big die.
Yeah, the exclamation point.
Last one and this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, you almost
over.
like right
Four?
at the
4 damage?
4 damage, sure.
Yowzers.
As you sock the giant spider body, you watch as it kind of like quivers. And the abbot who was looking at Ding, who just stabbed her and ran around, kind of slowly looks back to you from on top of this massive spider body. Ypres, you're up.
You have one more.
No, she gets one more attack.
Wasn't that?
That was
That
flurry
was
blow.
Oh, sorry.
She only
you're
did
right.
one.
Second flurry blows attack.
Knock her out.
Alright.
Mama said
I'm scared to be over here. Ooh.
Natural 20.
Woo!
There we go.
Yeah. Get her.
What does it mean?
It's a crit.
Double
So
damage.
double damage.
Double.
Well, double,
Zach's saying
double
that-
the
Yeah.
dice,
Double the dice.
not the bonuses,
Oh.
not the boni.
5.
So it's 10.
No.
Oh.
I roll again.
Yeah,
and then
just
add
roll
it,
again.
right?
Oh. Oh.
5.
Holy smokes.
Ooh, 5. 10. Plus 3.
Yep.
13.
13.
13.
That's a pretty good hit.
That's not bad.
Dang.
As you sock her again, right where that first
Better?
hit was, you watch as this little crack in the carapace, kind of almost like glass, spreads across. Now it's the abbot's turn.
Well, me.
Yeah, what about... Oh,
Now it's
you're
Ypres'
left.
Okay.
Sorry, gang.
From where I am, I'll cast. I'll take out my violin and I'll do like a couple discordant notes and cast Shatter in this area.
Sure. What's the area of effect?
10 feet.
Okay.
And that you must do a Constitution saving throw. D8. Nope, that's not D8.
Kevin, when we leveled up, do our short swords have like a
18.
higher... No.
Which one? What is it? What number does that go up against? My spell save DC?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Okay, you take half damage for 4 damage. Oh, that was
4
weak.
damage.
Dose.
As you cast
Something's wrong
Shatter
with
in the
my
corner,
dice.
it sprays just bricks and rubble and debris and bits of rose bush and trellis at her. And she just kind of raises a hand and swats most of it away.
And bonus. Who needs it? Who needs it? Who needs my encouragement? Bardic inspiration to my man Varys.
Offering? Or no, it's just the dice, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
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 a
give
dice.
him,
Yeah.
the dice.
And I can use it
Oh, it's a
whenever.
D8 now.
Oh, dang.
This
And I can
thing
use it
is
whenever.
crapping.
For any
Paula, did you
D20
mic
roll.
again?
Ooh.
No, it's just in my way.
Oh.
I don't have my full like
Full
full movement.
Yeah.
Evish, you good?
Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay. Abba's turn. You watch as she reaches for that handle you saw before and pulls out what appears to be a longsword. Comes loose. And then you watch as her other hand goes into her robe and comes out with another longsword.
Oh.
And
Double.
she's holding them upside down from where she's standing, where the blade is running down along her arms and past her body.
Gangster.
As she's way up above you. And Ding, she's gonna turn to face you, who stabbed her with your glaive, and she's gonna come in with 3 sword attacks.
Ooh.
The first one is an 8.
8 is no good.
Okay. How about 19?
19 is good.
Okay. And the last one's 25.
Both of those seem good.
Alright.
Very good.
You take 13 points of slashing damage as this strange reverse sword style. It's very hard to defend against this. She's just bringing both hands in, and it's a series of little cuts that get you all across your forearms. 13 points of slashing damage.
That's rude.
Ah!
Rude. Rude girl.
This one I got hit for 13 points of damage.
No.
Try that
And that's all. She's gonna. That's her turn. Next, stop the round.
So she's facing
Yeah.
that way?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, right behind her.
Sure.
And then do hide.
Sure.
And then attack.
Sure. Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Roll to damage.
Ooh, good thing.
Roll again. There we
There you
go.
go.
And 22.
Is a hit.
Sweet. And then I can attack with 3d6s. Some d6s.
I got it.
Not yours.
D6.
Not yours. 12.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Thank you.
Boom.
As you kind of jump up and just sink your dagger in her back and then sort of ride it down, creating this long, gross cut. Her blood spills all around you, and luckily doesn't get any on you, but burns the floor wherever
Nick's
it touches.
just like, ah! This is the tiniest burst.
After Nyx is Varys.
I'm gonna go for another attack
Sure.
with my flame sword.
Sure. That flaming scimitar still hanging there.
Flaming. 10 plus this thing. Yes. Plus my wisdom.
Equals.
Plus your proficiency.
Plus your proficiency.
Oh, it's so much math.
18.
26.
26 is a hit. Roll damage.
Yes. D6s, please.
I don't want you to touch mine now.
How many?
Just, I'm good.
Thank you.
Can't even reach across the table anymore.
Huge real estate.
13.
13.
13.
13.
Slicing and dicing.
Yeah, the sword takes another big chunk out of her back as it comes down. It actually severs one of the back legs as the sword cuts through.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
And you watch as the spray of acid where the leg was cut off kind of. Luckily, it doesn't get on anyone, but sprays across the room. And you can hear her cry out. She's, she's reaching one arm with that sword back behind her. After Varys' thing.
Alright, let's get some time to fuck up here. Alright, I'm gonna attack. with my glaive.
Remember, you have 2 attacks.
I remember now. As I slash at her arms. Alright, let's just blow everything. I will precision attack that. 19.
19's a hit.
Ooh,
Ooh.
gosh. Fine.
For 12 damage.
Damn, 12 damage.
I will take my second attack. I will precision attack. For 21.
Is it?
For 8 damage. I will then take a step backwards.
Just takes attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Didn't even think about that.
25.
25 is a hit.
You take 11 points of slashing damage as you back up. And just as you're leaving her range, you watch as she flips one of the sword around to face the proper direction, like you've normally seen it wielded, to get the extra reach.
I'm not using my shit.
Stabs you.
Alright. That didn't work.
No, I'm totally sorry. I'm like fucking
And
do
I
shit
will
back here.
action surge and take 2 more attacks.
Sure. With your 10 foot of reach from your glaive.
I will luck.
Ooh.
Luck. 18.
18 is not enough.
Second attack. 16.
Still not enough.
And
Now that you're at 10 feet, it seems easy for her to use her spider legs to just kind of swat the glaive away as it's coming in.
Alright, I'll step back in.
Sure.
Fuck, sorry, dang. I'm calling
Just
up.
dancing around here, just
Yeah.
weaving in and out, bobbing and weaving, taking shots
fancy
to the
footwork.
face.
Aaron, Yanni, you're up. Ibris, you're on deck.
Fancy dancy.
Put that mic in front of you. Put that mic out here.
It's just
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Yeah, it can move. Listen, it can go with
you just gotta talk like into it. It's like, oh,
Or like
okay.
look where JRS is. Just leave it there.
Yeah, and then we just reach around.
Yeah.
She needs more arm movement.
Oh, it's because she's a. I see the issue.
She has to wind up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
'cause
and
it's
I
the
really don't
baseball
want it
pitch with
going
that big
towards
dice.
me. Okay, I'm gonna
I feel like she's gonna
hit her.
swing
Yeah,
the mic in
I feel
her
like
face.
right? And
Roll
I don't know. Maybe I'll.
We'll get you a tall one. You and Ding should trade places next time.
Pass me that book.
let's try.
Maybe you need the mic there for that control.
15's not good.
Not enough.
I'm gonna go again.
Sure. You just bring shot after shot into this. It's like a punching bag almost, as it just gives it back.
It's like,
Sizzling.
okay, yeah, of course. No good. It's like a 7.
Not enough. So you'd have a bonus action. You can use your bonus action for another attack. You can use it for flurry of blows if you want. 2 more attacks. You can. I'm trying to think of all the things you can do. You can patient defense if you want more AC.
Let's do flurry, I think, maybe. Yeah, I'll do flurry.
Sure. Make sure you mark off your key points.
I was just commenting. Chatting amongst themselves.
11.
Not enough.
All right.
This
I'm
is the
gonna go
one,
crazy
Aaron
on this
Yanni.
one.
I got
Yeah,
you,
hey,
girl.
that's
This is the one. There you go. Wind her.
Oh, my eyes!
My eyes! 11.
Not enough. As you bring these 4 swift strikes, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Alright, I'm
Ibris,
just
you're
gonna
up.
chill.
Where's those papers?
Okay. She walloped you that one time, hey Ding?
Yeah, I got walloped. I've been walloped a few times now.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Can I see this? Are you done with this?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
What's a spider's mortal enemy?
Is this a joke?
A frog?
Frog?
Okay.
A bat? A bat!
10 bats.
Yeah.
10 human-sized bats.
Hey, Bruce, what are you doing?
I'm thinking
Yeah. You are.
Sounds
I'm
well.
gonna go around and touch Ding. And maybe cure wounds? You doing alright or what?
Doing
You can see
alright?
some wounds on him, leaking a little bit of blood from a few spots.
Or would you rather have regenerative temporary hit points?
It's your decision, man.
I know. I don't know how you're looking. How you looking?
I'm looking.
He's looking a little cut up.
looking like I got hit a couple times.
Yeah,
been hit a few times.
Okay.
Cupped.
I will cure wounds you since you health potion me.
Sure. Roll it does.
What is it? 1d8.
Casting at first level.
Increases 1d8 for each slot level above 4. Yeah, I'll go to level 2.
Level 2.
Dose.
The diamond one.
Dice going?
It's over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's your bardic inspiration die.
Giant bats have a lot of HP.
Niner. Cure him. Bonus or bardic inspiration to Miss Yay.
Thank you, sir.
And I will where was I? I was over here. 25, and then just back up into the rose bush.
Sure.
Just fucking
Pressing yourself in.
Please don't touch me.
Now this is the abbot's turn. You watch as, and this is immediately familiar to you,
Who?
all of you.
Okay.
The abbot starts muttering something, and you watch the movement of her hands, the way she kind of
No, no,
starts
no,
to
no, no,
form
no,
this
no.
ball of you. You recognize it as that some kind of spell casting. It really reminds you of that compulsion, that geas that she hit you with before.
Oh no.
And as she brings her hands together and kind of focuses, this little orb of energy gets very, very small to a pinprick, and then suddenly expands, and there's a 15-foot sphere of darkness
Oh, so
darkness.
darkness.
Hey,
right where she is.
do we have something against that? I swear someone's got something for that.
Always casting
Mirror.
that stuff, man.
So 15 feet from right here. So 5, 10, 15. So basically, this entire area is covered. So it goes into the wall. And you can hear now that you're in this darkness. You're all completely blind.
I'm
and
not.
You're not in the darkness. And those of you who are in, you can hear the sound of skittering, and as these 7 legs now start to move. Everyone except Arignani will get everyone will get an attack of opportunity as she leaves your range at disadvantage.
Sweet.
So what is that? This thing?
At
I
disadvantage?
roll
Yeah.
twice?
2.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
And
the
then take the
lowest.
lowest.
What do we add for attack of opportunity?
Just a regular
It's an
attack.
Just a regular
Double
attack?
20!
Oh,
damn.
natural 20.
At disadvantage?
I haven't rolled the second one yet. Damn it.
Oh,
Natural 20. No.
What the fuck?
holy.
Yeah, where is that? Where? I need it. I need it. What is that?
8.
An 8.
Oh, man.
Ferris wheel roll.
16.
Is not enough. Ding.
13.
Not enough. Arignani.
14.
Not enough.
11.
Try to sneak attack once per turn? Once per turn, I think.
Once per turn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you cannot sneak attack this.
No.
11, not enough. Those of you who are in the dome have no idea where she is. Eberus, you can see just out of the top of the dome. The ceiling in here is about 30 feet high. You can see she's climbing the wall and is now on the ceiling. Basically right above where she was.
Everybody.
How high does this dome go?
The dome...
Probably 15 feet up. Right?
Probably, yeah. It was
Yeah.
it was cast in the ground. Yes,
Okay.
for it to be 30 feet that big, that would be the halfway point.
So if we're not in the dome, we can see her above.
If you're not in the dome, you can see.
Yeah, like I can. Because
Okay.
So she's hanging 30 feet above, and you watch as her swords, she puts them back, some holsters or sheaths on her back. She pulls a longbow out.
Oh, wow.
Next up is Nyx. You have no idea where she is.
Yeah.
You're blind.
I'm gonna start to move out.
Sure.
5, 10.
Yep.
Can I see her from there?
Yep. She's hanging. You can see the spider legs are cracking the ceiling, the stone of the ceiling where they are embedded themselves into it. And she is hanging there with her longbow, drawing an arrow from a quiver.
Can I use my short bow?
Sure.
Just shoot her? I'll try to shoot her. Fuck. 13.
Not enough. As the arrow explodes off the stonework beside her. Anything else?
I'm gonna ready dodge as my bonus.
You can't ready a bonus action.
What?
You can only ready an action.
Oh.
You can.
No,
You
I-
can
dodge.
you can dodge.
Yeah,
I
you can
ha-
dodge.
There's no reason to ready it. Just dodge.
Okay, then I'll just dodge.
Sure.
Whoosh.
You assume the slow stance, waiting for something to come back.
Dodge. Ready dodge.
Next up is Varys.
I'm going to step out.
Sure. And you can see her now above, hanging on the ceiling.
I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
I thought you could say mooncake.
There's a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Sure.
And it's a 30 feet.
In that like place.
So in her area that
Sure.
she's in. That she's in.
Does it do damage? Is it just disadvantage?
When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in a ghostly flame that causes searing pain.
Okay. Does it move? Can you move it if you want? Or
I
is
can
just the
move
same
it
place?
as an action.
Okay. Get a. We need some kind of a. How big is it?
5-foot radius.
And,
We got a pop ring or something for the moonbeam?
is there one there?
My
No, there's no popping.
No.
What do you need?
Kevin's
Kev's
gonna grab one.
one.
What do you need?
He needs a
I
moonbeam.
just need a
okay.
marker.
There we go.
Well, you might want to move it if she moves.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where
We
is
don't
she?
know where she is.
She's right above there.
Okay.
Yeah, she's those 4 squares, but on the ceiling. After Varys' ding. Arignani's on deck.
I'm going to move in between Nyx and Varys.
Okay. And you can now also see her 30 feet above, hanging from the ceiling.
And I will take the dodge action.
Sure. Next is Arignani.
I will back out. Just to that.
Just outside.
And then I don't know. My shifting stones.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like? Did you look into it last? You know how it's kind of confusing. It's like
What was I
an
looking
area, an area no larger than 30 feet on a side within 120 feet of you.
Oh yeah. On
Is
the
that a
side.
thing?
into? Oh,
That was
right.
something confusing.
I think it's square. Everything I read on a
Square?
side is a
makes
square
sense.
Square. Yeah, that makes sense.
because
That does make sense.
circles don't have sides.
Or do they?
Do you think I could like use my shifting stone to erect a pillar and like kind of like smash it up where she is? I'm not that cool. Or...
No, you can. The best you think you can muster is the stone spines that I think they do a little bit of damage and impede movement.
Okay. I think I'll just ready myself.
Sure. For what? What action are you holding? You could cast it on the ceiling, but it would just be the effect. It wouldn't. You wouldn't get more damage out of it.
Yeah. No, I'll just hang tight.
Knock her off the ceiling and down.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Would she be able to do that? Like,
You're not sure?
You could try.
Just try it.
As far as you know, you've never fought a spider lady, immortal abbot creature before.
Can get ya?
No, I'm just gonna ready my dodge, I guess.
Sure. Take the dodge.
Take the dodge.
You can't ready a dodge.
Okay.
You might as well. It lasts
I
till your
just
next turn. so-
Take a dodge. Then.
Sure.
Ready and dodge.
Next is Zebras.
Ready.
You watch as your companions scurry out of this dome, and almost every single one of them just kind of hunkers down and is waiting for whatever is coming next.
yeah, and I've seen her move, and I will use Shatter at level 2
Dang, girl.
again with my violin discordant notes, and then shoot it at her. So it's up here.
Pew
Is that a
pew.
Constitution save?
Yeah.
17.
What is it? 8s?
You gave it to Aaron.
I need 3 8s.
I got one for it. Yeah.
You need
You can roll the same one 3 times.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
the numbers.
speed it up.
As if we're not taking up enough time. 18. Half 18 is 9 damage.
9 damage.
Dang.
As the ceiling cracks and bits and pieces of it fall away and kind of hit her on the way
What must
down.
be?
That's not.
No, that's
That's
Matt's.
mine. That's
I think that's
I need this to
Kevin's.
kill whoever she's attacking right now with her longbow. It'll be Ibris who just casts that spell at her. You can hear the string of her bow creak as she pulls back this massive longbow,
Ibris always gets it.
which seems hilariously big in the very frail arms of the lady you knew as Erica.
Roll your dice, don't say.
All right,
Yeah, you're frozen.
Did you roll it?
I've rolled it.
I will allow the hit. Or what can I affect with cutting words? Just the d20 roll? I think it's the d20 roll.
It's your ability.
I know.
I'll
You know
look it
the
up.
thing?
It's the d20 roll.
I think you're right.
And then that is with a d8. Where's my d8, please? Yes, I will cutting words that roll at -5.
-3.
Fucking really?
Would you like me to say the results of this one?
Are you shooting twice?
At least twice.
At least twice?
As the first arrow, you hear it explodes above your head as you call out some taunt or some jeer.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You watch as this big toothy grin and this huge longbow in the frail arms of Erica.
I'm just talking shit now. -4.
16.
Oh, fucking yeah. Just wallop me.
Would you like me to say the third attack?
Wait a second. I have a thing.
Okay.
I have a thing.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
That's when you take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. Don't worry. As a old school D&D player, I like to roll all my 2 hits first and then my damage, you see.
Okay.
Should I say this third attack?
Yeah, I have nothing left.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got 2 attacks on me?
She took 3. You made the first one. Well, the first one was gonna miss, and the second 2 did hit.
Shoot. Don't worry. I'll do CPR.
You take.
I'm pretty sure I have a health potion somewhere.
Which one's D10? This one?
Yeah.
Fucking right. So I'm gonna fuck her up as long as I don't die here.
This one?
No, this one.
This one?
The not square. Yeah, that one.
You take 22 points of piercing damage from the arrows, and then 5 more points of poison
Oh my
damage.
god.
Downed.
As you feel this hot flush. Ibris falls unconscious.
Ooh.
and she's chuckling. You can hear her laugh.
What are they? Arrows? You hit me with arrows?
Arrows, yeah.
Did you start?
Yeah.
Is it your turn? Whose turn? Is
These
it?
are the two thunk into your
Uh,
chest.
Yeah.
Abbot's turn.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Oh,
And
you're
Ibris
supposed to do.
Just
falls
pin them
prone.
against the wall.
Do you still get Hellish Rebuke if you're unconscious?
I doubt it. No,
What does it say?
it's one reaction.
What is that? Oh, I forgot to take the Moonbeam damage. How much
Yeah.
damage? She started her turn
You have
there.
to do a Constitution saving throw
9.
against my what?
Spell save DC.
I have 16.
Okay,
So you take full damage of 2d10s.
sure. Roll damage.
2d10s.
There's like the round
This one,
dimes.
I
Yeah.
think.
I forgot about that Moonbeam. She'll move 5 feet out of the Moonbeam.
Can we see her?
She's on the
Is that
ceiling.
the same thing?
Yeah, we can just put her on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll put her on the ground, but remember she's
Should be
hanging
fine.
upside down on the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't think I can cast this if I'm down.
As long as the first hit doesn't down you,
Yeah.
because you do get hit. You
That
get
first
hit
hit
two
was-
separate times.
That
right?
first hit was 22.
Oh, the first hit.
No,
Was,
no. That I gave you the damage out of order. The first hit was.
Okay, good. Back in ranks.
The first hit might do it.
I think you said 22.
15
Fucking
was
right.
the total of the first hit.
So,
15.
15, 11 piercing, and 4 poison.
did you resolve that moonbeam hit?
Yeah.
He's doing
How
it
much
right
damage?
15.
She takes 15.
The
She-
camera's off on theirs.
Oh, that's fine. Wow, this is as good as it is.
now. It's fine for now. Let's.
Yeah,
We're
whatever.
D&Ding right now.
It's because Ollie's leaning way over.
Yeah.
She takes 15 points as she kind of bursts into flame. What is it? Pale flames? Read me the spell. What does it look like? Tell me what it looks like. It's your spell.
It is a beam of light that just comes crashing down
So what happens?
40 feet high.
The start of her turn. What happens if she takes 15 points?
Her skin starts to bubble.
Gross. Yeah, it does.
Like blisters.
Anywhere that the light touches, it seems like an allergic reaction almost. These very red pustules form, and she quickly skitters 5 feet out of the light after taking those 15 points. You said, right?
Yes.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yes, so first arrow hits me. Fuck! Ah! But I point my finger, and Hellish Rebuke is, you're surrounded by hellish flames. And as that happens, you must make a dexterity saving throw.
Pretty bad. Probably not gonna matter. 7.
And that's against my spell save DC?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hit. What the hell number is this?
Is that the right one? That's probably the percentage one, maybe?
You can roll them on there.
What number is that?
That's a 9.
Is that a 9?
That's a 9. Just take,
Alright.
just take the 0 off.
18.
18.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the percentage one.
Takes 18 points of damage.
18
As
points fire damage, yeah.
the arrow thunks into you, and these blue flames just encase her. She somehow manages to get another arrow through the flames and shoot you that second time
And
to
I'm
knock you
down.
unconscious.
Pinned to the wall.
Gross. Yeah, you're pinned to the wall. As that second arrow goes right through Ibris and nails him to the back wall as he goes limp and falls unconscious. Nyx, you're up.
I'll save you.
What is this? Ibris's dirge?
Yeah.
We hardly knew him.
I should do this.
How close do I have to be to him to use a magic potion? Like if I'm right beside him, or I have to be?
Within 5 feet.
Okay.
We do have a house rule where you can pour potions into other people's mouths for the folks online.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use my potion.
Sure.
My health potion, which is 2d4s. What do I need? This one.
As Ibris gets the second healing potion of the
Anyone?
combat dumped into his mouth. Just roll twice! Holy fuck!
Oh,
Don't rush me. 4.
4
plus
points.
4.
Plus 4.
8 points.
8 points. Yeah. So do that. That counts as an action, though, right? That's my action.
Yes. Ibris, you suddenly come conscious and realize
Which
that you
way
are
is
held
she
to the wall
facing?
by that arrow. She's looking at Ibris right now.
Okay, then I'm going to bonus action dash.
Sure. Okay, back into the rose bush.
Yeah.
Sure.
Trying to hide, sort of. Also a little.
Next up is Varys.
How long is a minute?
10 rounds. Every round is 6
Each of
seconds.
these are 6 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So that sword is still up.
But
No,
that's
my
a
sword
round
is
is
gone.
like everybody goes. Right?
Everybody goes.
Yeah.
That's 6 seconds.
My moonbeam is out.
Because it all kind of happens at the same time, right?
Your moonbeam is out.
Yeah.
Why is
My
that?
sword is gone.
Oh yes, the moonbeam made the sword. That's right. Only one concentration at a time.
Yeah.
Sure. You move the moonbeam.
Yes.
Sure. Push back in. Anything else?
I'm going to back up.
Sure. Next is Ding. Ariani's on deck.
Does it look like the roses can be climbed?
There are trellises and
question.
like the wooden kind of lattice work that they were growing on that doesn't look sturdy, but you can try.
I'm gonna try and go back into the darkness and
Sure, you're
climb up the trellises.
okay. Roll athletics, I suppose. You're basically trying to climb a wall as you, and it's in the dark.
Man.
17.
17 is pretty good. You're 5, 10, 15. How far to the wall? 20 to the wall?
20 to the wall, yeah.
20 to the wall. You're able to climb the 10 feet. It is a 30-foot tall room. And you can hear and feel the wooden lattice like coming away from the wall and breaking under you, and get the sense this is not the sturdiest spot to be.
Alright, I'm gonna use my action to continue up.
Sure.
Where are
roll
you?
another athletics check.
You're back there.
Ow.
Look.
Luck? Last one? 20.
20, yeah. You're able to continue up. And you emerge from the dome. About... it'd be like 7 feet. It'd be an odd number for the way it curves, but you do emerge from the dome just before you hit the ceiling. But you are able to climb up to the top of the ceiling.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, you are gonna have a hard time attacking up there. You get the
I
sense.
understand.
Okay. Ariana, you're up. As you watch Ding runs into the dome and then emerges a couple seconds later, like climbs 5 feet up and kind of slides back down and then climbs back up a little bit more.
Okay. I'm going to. So I can see her on the ground.
She's
'Cause
on the
of the-
ceiling.
Oh, she's on the ceiling.
Yeah, she's hanging upside down by her spider body.
Oh.
Should put her upside down.
You can see her red hair is hanging down.
Okay. I'm gonna try to. Sorry, I thought she was on the ground.
You can hear her bow creaking as she pulls another arrow, knocks it, and starts to pull it back.
So if something's a 15-foot cube from a point,
That's a
it
big-
would be like this, right?
Oh.
What does the spell say? What is the wording of the spell?
15-foot cube from you.
A 15-foot cube
Yeah,
would
so it
be
would be like this, right?
in front of you 3 spaces,
Oh.
and it would be
And behind you 3 spaces?
no, just
No,
in front of
in
you.
front of
From
you.
you, you are
Oh.
casting a 15-foot cube in front of you.
Oh, in front of me. Okay. Sorry, it's been so long since we fought. Can't remember how to do these things.
Could I like lower where she is on the ceiling? Down. Like
Sure, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, within reason. Yeah, you could do that. How much stone does your thing move?
How much stone? I
Ding,
don't
are you
know.
on about level with her?
Says no larger
that-
than
Uh,
30
yeah.
feet. 30 feet.
Hmm.
40 feet.
You,
How big is she?
She's about 12 feet tall. I'm not really sure the limitations of.
Oh.
You could get her 5 feet closer, you think? Within the limitations of the spell? You could move what she's standing on. You could make the stone bulge 5 feet downwards. She'd still be...
On the ceiling.
Yeah, she'd still be 20 feet above. You wouldn't be able to reach her.
Balls. Yeah, right. Can I, Is there another little line of
The places you would assume surrounded in them. The entire walls are probably cover every square inch where these roses are growing.
I'm thinking,
or were growing.
like, running to the wall, and then going for, like, a jump attacking? I don't know how long was it? Just too high up? Yes.
Unlike me,
Yes.
you did get darts when we were
did get darts.
at...
Okay, I mean, I could
did
try
the
it.
armor.
Probably try a jump attack if you want. I could.
Conflicting. You want me to throw darts at
I'm
her?
gonna make that.
I mean,
into
I'm
your
up
action,
here because I have
suppose.
literally no other options.
I could have cast.
If you want to try some running jump attack, we could figure that out. It would be hard.
If
You
you
could-
wanna
it
come
wouldn't be
back
as
to
effective as a regular attack. But
Maybe
we could
once
try
I
and-
fall.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm gonna try.
That reminds me that I have a
I have a long
That's
bow.
only 5 by 5.
You have a longbow.
I do. I have a long bow.
Are you proficient in it?
Yeah, because you're an
Yes.
elf, I
I want
believe.
to say yes.
Sweet.
I don't know. I haven't actually. I don't think I've used a long bow yet.
I don't think you have either.
I have it in here though. I have short sword, long bow, 60 darts, and a whistle.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
Whistle.
Longbow's
Whistle.
a martial weapon, so you are proficient.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to try this? Let's try it.
Sure.
Try.
Let's try it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna try to
Yanni.
shoot.
Just standing out there like longbow.
Yeah.
I can know what
Yep.
to do.
I just have so many cool
There's so many
weapons.
options. Let me just pull out my darts.
And then this is. I can use this for my
The D20.
bow.
Yeah.
For your
Yeah.
D20.
Before I say hit or miss, you can decide if you want to use it.
Got it. I don't even know what that is.
Keep getting stuck to it.
What's 7 plus 5? 7 plus 5?
12.
12? Just not enough. The arrow explodes off the stone.
I'm gonna try again. Can I do it again? Do I have it? What do I have?
Yeah.
I think
Bonus?
so.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
you just get 2
Okay.
attacks.
Just 2 attacks?
What'd you say?
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Camera's frozen.
Yeah, that one.
Is it?
Is up.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's fine.
We'll fix it.
Fuck, man. Today's not my.
Can't win
Just
them
use the
all.
bardic inspiration.
No, not for that.
No?
No.
Okay.
Um, 7?
It's not enough. As the second arrow also misses. This one finds a little mortar between the bricks and sticks in.
Okay, I'm just gonna chill. I'll just chill down here.
So satisfying knowing.
We haven't heard it in a while. Everest, you're up.
How does spellcasting work in darkness?
Like attacks.
Yeah?
What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm pinned up against the wall, so I'm fucking just yank these out of me. Gah! Gah! And then I want to come up in here, so I'm slightly behind, so I'm shooting up that way.
25. Okay.
And I'm casting fear on her.
Sure. What is it?
Self 30-foot cone. You project a phantasmal image of the creature's worst fears.
Sure.
I mean, she has fears, I'm sure.
Frogs, we've been through this.
Fear frogs.
Each creature in that 30-foot cone must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever is holding and become frightened for the duration. Sure. While frightened by this spell, a creature must take a dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on which it turns unless there's nowhere to move, yada yada yada, unless the line of sight breaks.
Oh.
Well, how does that work with darkness?
I'll say it works.
Fucking right,
Yeah,
it
you know
does.
about where she is. It's not. If it said a creature you can see, that'd be a different story because you can't see her. But you're able to just throw the cone up.
Yep.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
18.
Fuck.
Is there any? There's no half.
There's
effect.
nothing.
Okay.
That's fine. My moonbeam will hit her now.
Yeah, that's it. I think you just saved your save.
Okay. As you cast your cone, you're not sure what's happening, but you cast it, and all of you can hear this very distant these explosions somewhere far in the distance.
When I cast it, I don't know what's going on. I'm like,
Yeah, you
does she
kinda-
look scared, you
You kind of
guys?
think that you did it somehow. Like,
As I'm holding onto the trellises. No!
She doesn't look. Oh shit! What's that sound then?
I think you got me with it, though.
No.
it's her turn. The moonbeam hits her.
Yes.
Dex save. 14.
I have 16.
Okay. Roll damage.
Damn it.
Bus.
5.
Thank you.
5 damage. As the moonbeam chases her, everywhere it touches, it's just like these boils and red
Yeah.
pustules appear. And
It's
she's
like
going to quickly
Flips
skitter. She's going to move 30 feet this way towards me.
Attack of opportunity?
No.
Just saying from the ceiling.
If you want to fall, you can. If you take the fall, you can
yeah.
let go with your hands, I'll say.
Ooh.
And you can try
Interesting.
and grab her on the way down.
Do it.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're 30 feet in the air.
Do I get disadvantage?
No, you're out of the darkness.
Okay.
I'll allow this straight, I guess.
He's a fair DM.
Because
Yeah.
I'm a good man. Fall damage, no joke.
Yeah, you're probably gonna take.
D6 per 10 feet.
Okay.
No big deal.
Okay.
No big deal.
Oh.
Oh, well, it fixed
That
itself.
over there.
It's no good.
It's no good.
Okay, as you take your hands off, seeing her leave, you take your hands off. And you fall into the dome. You do fall 30 feet.
Oh my goodness.
9 points of fall damage. As you land on your back, driving all the wind out of you. Almost landing on Ibris, who still has no idea what's happening. You just coned, and then someone fell beside you, and explosions are going off in the distance.
Is that what that sounds like? Explosions, not like footsteps?
What?
Explosions.
The-
Explosions. Do you know what those
Sounds,
are?
it sounds like explosions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like bombs.
Remember?
Maybe very similar to the one that
That
the
just
highwayman
went off?
set off 24 seconds ago.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Where's your hut?
and
safe,
Varys, she
I can't use it
seeing
again.
you manipulating the moonbeam and moving it around and being right above you is going to pull her longbow off her back and 3 arrows come flying towards you. The first one is an 18.
Hit.
14.
Hit.
Since
You're in
when?
big trouble, buddy. 13?
I have 13.
Oh, that's a
Like-
hit.
You did.
Wow. As 3 arrows stick into you, and everywhere they hit, you can feel this hot, almost feverish sensation come over you when they touch you.
Oh my gosh.
The first one, you take... Where's my D4? You take 13 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
11 piercing, 2 poison. The second one,
13. So
you take
33.
7 points of damage. And the third arrow, you take 11 points of damage. As these 3 come flying into you. And everyone has a huge impact from this longbow where it kind of drives you back. And that's her turn. Next up is Nyx. Roll me 3 concentration checks if the first one doesn't break it.
How do I do that?
It's a
20s or D20.
how does it work? It's 10
So
or
Constitution
half the
saving throw,
damage?
yeah, 10 or half the damage, whichever is.
So it's gonna be 10 every time.
6.
The moonbeam fades.
Plus
Yes.
your Constitution
Oh.
saving throw modifier.
Oh. Constitution?
No.
Plus 2, yeah. It's just 8.
The moonbeam fades.
Yeah.
Next up is Nyx.
Okay.
Only have 15 health points left. There's only one thing to do.
I kind of have a question. I'm still unsure about this.
Sure.
So if I shoot a 15-foot cube from here, it will. If I shoot a 15-foot cube from here, it will hit her, but not Varys, right?
5, 10, 15, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use my movement and bonus action dash
Sure.
here, and then I'm going to use my thunder wave.
Sure.
Second slot.
She's on ceiling.
She's on the ceiling.
Oh, is she? Oh, I thought she came down.
Nope.
Go underneath her.
Can I do that? Can I go directly underneath and shoot up?
Oh, so
Okay,
cool.
can
A cube is a cube. A cube is not a square.
Oh,
A
okay.
cube is a cube.
Okay, then I'll shoot up.
Will it reach her?
30
30-foot ceiling, 15 feet from you.
Jump.
Try climbing the roses.
I don't know if I can climb the roses. I'm not very good at climbing. I have no strength. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot her.
Sure.
I forgot she's on the ceiling. There's no ceiling here.
We'll have to build a frame.
It's a flat combat map. What do you want from me?
I can't keep track. 20.
20's a hit.
Where's my d6? 4 damage.
She takes 4 damage as the arrow
Crappy.
sticks into not her spider body, but her humanoid body. It sticks into her side.
There you go.
There we go. That's what I
Thank you.
needed.
Oh,
Thank
so much
you.
better.
Now I can see her.
Yeah, upside down. Next up is Varys.
I am going to make a run for it.
Sure.
Are you on the ground now?
Yes. Probably prone.
Oh, I forgot about her dome.
Turn it back. Damn it.
Fails. The dome falls as Nick shoots her.
Oh, so she's right beside me?
She's
No.
No,
she's still up there,
Oh,
but
darkness.
the
The
dome of
darkness.
darkness disappears. Ding, you are prone from having.
Oh yeah.
Everest, you can now see Ding lying beside you. She is nowhere to be seen.
Shing.
I can't
She's
reach
scared?
you.
Is she
Yeah,
running
yeah.
away?
You can. What are you trying to do?
I was gonna cast Spider Climb on you.
You can ready
I
in
can ready
case I get close enough to you.
Remember though, if you ready a spell, the spell will be cast whether the action goes up or not. So if Ding can't get beside you or whatever, that spell will just fizzle.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself then.
Sure.
It's like a level 1 spell. 3. I can cast these on level 2, but I have no more level 2 slots. So this does a level 1.
Sure.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
What do you need?
1d8.
Yep, that's the one.
I think maybe it's over there.
8.
Oh, big roll.
Plus your
Plus-
spellcasting ability.
Which is...
Or spellcasting modifier, right? Not
Yeah.
ability modifier.
It's not that one?
Yeah,
Wisdom plus
five.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
8 plus 8.
Just +5. You don't get the
Just
proficiency
+5.
bonus for it.
13.
So that the spell does say ability casting modifier.
Does it?
I don't know. Does it?
Spellcasting ability modifier. Plus your spellcasting ability modifier. What does that mean?
Yeah,
Right,
your
which would just
ability
be the stat.
modifier is just
yes,
your stat.
Yes.
So
That's weird that it. That's weird. Next up is Ding.
8.
I will
Arignani's on deck.
stand up,
Sure. Half your movement to get yourself up.
and then I will go stand beside. I will stand in front of Varys. Actually, can I get there? 5, 10, 15. Okay, yeah, just enough. And then I will take the dodge action.
Sure. Arignani.
How are you looking? Looking alright?
It's better than most.
Okay. I mean,
I'm gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna chill.
You just gonna do nothing? You're not gonna dodge?
Ah!
At least
Maybe I'll
dodge.
dodge. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll dodge.
After any on Zebras.
Better than most, hey? What do you... I'm gonna try fear once more. I'll go up to about here and fear up at her.
Sure.
Wisdom saving. God.
Pretty good against the. It's a natural 16. It's an 18.
No, that's it. That's that. Those
Anything
are
else?
all my bonuses. I haven't got any of those left. I'm just gonna bow out.
Sure.
Cower.
As that cone of dark magic flies at her, and she kind of has to. You watch her fist clench around her bow as she kind of rallies against it. She turns around on the ceiling, and she looks at you, Ibris, who just cast it on her.
Fuck's sakes.
And she's gonna fire. An arrow.
Guys,
We have no more potions.
no,
I think
I
I
mean,
have one.
Six.
Oh.
Use a
Oh,
level
I'm sorry.
2
19 to hit.
yeah.
If I use up 2
We'll do them
level
one at a
1
time, just in
slots.
case. These poison arrows. This one comes flying in
You can
for
use a level 3
13
slot.
points of damage.
That's a level 2 spell if you want.
That's me down again.
Okay. The arrow. Does the 11 piercing take you down, or is it the 2 poison?
It's the 11, the first one.
You don't even feel the poison as the arrow just hits you again, and you fall unconscious.
Just a pin cushion.
Who's right? Well, that's Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty small. She'll fire a shot at Varys.
Leave me alone.
10.
Miss.
She'll fire another shot at Varys. 15.
Hit.
5.
5.
6. 6 points of damage. 6 points of damage. As an arrow narrowly grazes you, and just takes a chunk out of your ear. Next up is Nyx.
Since she's turned around,
Yep, she's looking that way.
can I hide and then sneak attack?
Sure.
And do that.
Easy enough to do that. She's not paying attention to you at all.
Go.
You have advantage.
I do, yeah, that's right. Yes. There we go. 22.
That's it.
3d6s. 1, 2. I need another one.
What is it?
What
is it? There you go.
Yeah. 6, 11, 13.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Wow.
Shabam!
As you shoot your arrow, it pins one of her legs to the ceiling, and there's a minute where she has to like pull against it. Eventually, comes free, and you hear the bolt clatter to the ground,
And then
or the
I'm
arrow. Pardon me.
going to move.
Sure.
I don't under. Is she like close for attack of opportunity?
She's 30 feet above you.
Oh, you're right.
That's why we put this thing.
Right. Yeah, I'll move here.
Wow.
You're done.
Damn.
After Nyx is Varys.
I'm going to touch Ding. Oh, I'm gonna give him a slap in the butt. And give him spider climb.
Sure. Ding as you get a little, hey, how's your mother?
Climb those walls, buddy.
What does it look like?
Like that.
You've never cast it before. Is there any noticeable change to Ding?
I've casted it once.
Have you?
So what
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
In
it
the
look
cave.
like?
And the
When
witches?
we were in the cave.
In the
It just
house.
gave me
Oh, it made
like a Spider-Man looking
yeah.
thing.
So the same arms, very similar to the abbots actually. The same 4 black articulated arachnid arms burst out of the back of Ding's presumably armor. After Varys' Ding,
I will.
as you have these 4 new spider appendages coming from your shoulder blades.
That's so cool.
I will double move to directly beside the abbot.
On the ceiling?
On the ceiling.
Sure.
It's good.
Easy enough to do. Spider climb is no check, right?
No, I just have a climb speed.
Yes. Difficult surfaces, including upside down ceilings, without needing to make an ability check.
Ooh.
Yeah, now it's
Fancy.
on.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. We're on the same level now.
And Ding, as you run across the ceiling, your feet are touching, but it's just like it's the only way you know how to walk. Really, your spider arms are carrying you, and you're just kind of like air kicking your feet as the spider arms crawl you across the ceiling.
Just little legs running.
cool.
Aaron, Yanni, you're up.
I just want to get up there so bad, you know? Maybe have some fun too. I think I'm gonna try shooting an arrow again.
Sure.
Why not?
There's not much I had to open it again.
20.
20's a hit.
Nice.
And then 1d8. Which one's the d8 again?
Square diamond.
Sharp diamond.
Square
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Try this one. Watch your ears. Oh, that sucked.
And then plus whatever.
3 plus
3 damage?
just 3
Plus your
damage.
dexterity
Plus your
modifier?
longbow? Or 1d8 plus 2?
Yeah, 3.
Oh,
Three.
total 3? Okay. It should be plus 3 because you have 3 decks.
Plus
So that one you probably didn't change.
Oh, so you're supposed to increase that?
But yeah.
So 4?
So
4
Yeah,
damage?
4 damage.
Sure. She's looking pretty beat up as this arrow sticks into her kind of bulbous spider backside.
Tight.
Looking at her now, she has quite a few wounds and is almost more of this neon green blood than the black chitness armor that you saw initially. Next up is Zebras.
No, yeah, that's right.
Someone has to save him.
Still alive.
Oh yeah.
Could go a tiny bit up.
Oh no.
It's a save.
Assuming you're using short sword. Those should also all be
'Kay.
6s.
6? You still have a health potion?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
What'd
just
you
to
do?
remind you, Ebers is
I'm down,
dead.
and I just saved.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled a
first
save.
death saving throw.
Yeah.
Success.
Yeah.
After Ebers is Abbott, who is going to turn to confront Thing. Put her longbow, flips it around back onto her back, and the swords come out. She's going to attack you with her 2 long swords.
Yeah. Slug it out.
11. 23.
Oh.
And 14. 1 hits. These poison. You take 7 points of slashing damage. As one of the backwards held longswords comes around and cuts you right across the forehead. Blood pours down your eyes. Next is Nyx.
What am I doing there? So she's facing Ding. Here. And then I'm gonna hide,
Sure. Bonus action hide.
pop out.
Sneak attack.
Yes. 20.
Is a hit.
And I get 3d6s. 12.
12 points of damage.
Cha 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 cha! Yeah, I guess it's a bow.
Looking pretty beat up. That arrow just sticks into her chest. And just sticks in. She doesn't even stop to remove it as she's engaged with Thing. You can hear the blades, her swords, and Thing's glaive bouncing off one another. Anything else?
No, I can't. That was my bonus action.
After Nyx is Varus.
I'm gonna cast.
Please don't be a concentration spell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Just goes falling off the ceiling.
She would take an attack of opportunity as you fell.
Could I riposte if she misses?
I'm gonna come over here and cast Cure Wounds
Sure.
on this dying fella.
How many spells you got left? You counting your spells?
Yeah, I got 2 level 1s, 1 level 3 left.
Okay.
And a 1d8.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus 5.
11 points.
11.
Abris is conscious again
Whose is this?
after Varys' thing.
All right. I will attack.
Yay! Go, Ding, go!
Thank you.
17 is no good. 25
That's
should
a
be
hit.
good. For 8 damage.
Damn. 8 damage.
And I will evasive footwork.
With your
and back
spider?
away.
Okay, does she not get an attack?
No, she does, but
Okay.
I get only +2 AC.
Okay, she takes the attack of opportunity. It's only 15.
All right, and I will use my last superiority dice to riposte to attack because she missed me. 19
Yes, hit.
Yes.
for 9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
So as I do the backward step and she lashes out at me and misses, I'm gonna jump forward and lunge at her with my my glaive and just drive it into the underside of her spider section.
Sure.
And like twist it, and as she like releases and falls, I want to ride her down and just
That
Sure.
looks so cool. Spider legs coming
Spider
out of
legs
your
on
back.
top.
There is this like explosion of green acid, which just like hits the ceiling in some cases, and you can hear it as the abbot falls from the ceiling, ding on top of her, and she basically deflates as you hit the ground. This bulbous spider body just all its liquid and intestines and things inside spill out, and the abbot is dead.
Cool. Good job, guys.
Collapsed. That's the way she fell too. It's like the human part of her got crushed by the spider part of her.
and I like just keep twisting and driving my glaive just further into her body.
She seems dead.
I just
She's real dead.
The Nyx just slowly starts slow clapping. Good job. Woo, woo, woo.
I don't join.
Holy shit.
What
Amazing.
we got out of that one
I mean,
somehow.
The room around you is completely destroyed. Like the stones are still smoking where they were blown apart. Like
Are there any roses
40
left?
seconds ago? No. It's they're on the walls, but they are dead and dried and crisped.
There's nothing left at all to them.
No, there was the massive fire explosion just happened in here.
can we search? Can I search
There's a
her
bomb.
being mindful of all the acid?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Are her long swords like they're super big, right?
They're longsword sized.
Yeah.
They're human sized longswords.
What about,
the top half of her is still regular scale?
Oh, okay. So the longbow is also regular scale. Can I grab the longbow?
Yeah.
22.
Kevin is a tiny bit too loud now.
Oh my gosh, they're never happy.
Can I search
The
for
fickle
my
Twitch crowd.
hoop on
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
My search was 22.
22. You find she has some. The armor she's wearing is akin to chainmail, but has no sleeves. Seems to be very, very well made, covered in these some very ornate either decorations or runes. Maybe you're not sure. The two weapons you find, the three weapons, the long swords and the long bow, doesn't seem to have any of your personal effects that went missing prior. And Varys, same result. You don't find the hoop. You don't find really anything other than what she has on her.
I'm gonna go into her room and
In here?
search.
Sure.
Can I
everything.
also search
Yeah, go ahead.
too?
Do we get the idea that like these explosions? Do they sound like they're getting closer at all, or is it we kind of get the idea that they're far away? And
When you heard them, you're not still hearing them. You just kind of heard the burst of 4 of them. They seemed in the same area. You get the sense you're still in the monastery, assuming that's where that happened.
You had mentioned like it's all like cracked now with this like daylight.
Yeah,
peeking through.
yeah. You can see the sun in the sky where bits of the ceiling have like
Climb up there
fallen
and
through.
Look out one of the cracks. See if you see anything.
sure, yeah, I will try to climb up and see what I can see.
Yeah, you still have your spider climb, so it's easy to no check or anything.
Those explosions. I think the highwaymen mentioned that.
Yeah, I think it was mist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or mist.
And Ding, as you climb up to the ceiling, you can see you are still in the monastery. Basically, it's far away from the town, kind of almost up the edge of the volcanic crater that this place sits in. And you can see several columns of smoke rising from the monastery. You can see that most of it is completely destroyed. The large main building where the monastery itself reminds you of a spider, with the large main building and the kind of hallways that spiral off to other main wings. Several of those wings are completely blown open. You can see just into classrooms. The place is pretty destroyed.
Does it look like there's any students like running around trying to?
You can see people, whether they're students or you're not really sure, but you can see the people in the white and black robes of the Twilight Order.
Okay.
Moving around.
Then I'll head back down and let everyone know.
Sure.
It's like you said, it's shaped like a spider. It's kind of odd, considering everything.
Oh, I've been saying that for 5 months.
Have you? No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, well, we haven't
I
had
remember
an
it.
aerial
The
view.
eagle eye view. That's not
Thank
true.
you.
I did.
I remember saying
Thank you.
something about spider shape.
Still, kind of odd. As it stands, it's kind of odd.
How ironic.
Is that spider shape?
Who's searching this room?
I am.
Well, roll investigation.
And I think Aaron Yanni was
Can
too.
you?
Yes! 19 plus.
Can you maybe
A roll is a
identify?
roll.
See if any of this stuff is the good stuff.
Yeah.
17.
I kind of think that chainmail
For
might be
investigation?
the good stuff.
You find several documents.
Sure, I'll
you
cast.
find all sorts of ledgers and things, but nothing of value. No items, no money, no potions, none of your stuff.
None of my stuff.
No.
Do I find... what's in the ledgers, the documents? Anything about the city of the Drow people?
There
The
are.
Mandalorian
I mean, just scanning through it, there are too many papers to realistically. You do not find any mention of the Mandalorian, I'm afraid.
Alright.
Yeah, just scanning through it, it's too dense. There are too many documents that it could be.
Mandalorian.
You're not sure.
What did you need me to identify?
I mean, can you detect magic too, or is that Varys?
That's Varys.
You probably can't do that today.
I don't... I have one spell slot left. Level 1 only.
As you're searching this room, Varys, this door, which is closed to the fountain room,
Uh-uh.
it flies open. And you can see there is a cloaked figure. You're not sure. They appear to be humanoid, about as tall as you are, just peering into the doorway.
Mist, is that you?
She throws her hood back, and that was a pretty good guess. You see the blind leopard-printed tabaxi, the scar all the way across her eyes.
Did you blow up the monastery?
Well, I assisted.
Well, great job. It looks very blown up.
It is very blown up, yes. Things in here are, well, in hand. Looking at you all covered in wounds and the ceiling which has kind of fallen in.
I want to
Oh,
like limp
that's
up to her with my just fucking tatters and fucking arrows through me. I tap her on the shoulder. Yeah, everything's under control.
Yeah, we
Looking at
killed
the
the-
various arrows still sticking out of it, she grabs onto one and Decides to let go. Like it gives it the lightest tug. Like that is really stuck in there and just leaves it.
I'm gonna pull that chainmail off of the abbot
Sure.
and
I'm also
grab up
missing
the
my
2
pants,
swords as
too.
well. And
I actually
go with
didn't take
us.
any hit points that whole thing.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
It's shite.
Well, I'm glad I can take that for you guys.
Sorry, I think you took it for us.
Half of my
Life, yeah.
Do you want a health potion or are you good? I have a
Little bit.
medical pack.
A little bit of help,
I don't know
sure.
what that does.
No, that won't.
Miss the highway woman's dead. What's her name?
Holly.
Holy.
Helly?
Jolly.
Holly.
You can see there's a minute there where she kind of looks at the ground. She seems. It seems that they were close. It had to be done. She made arrangements in the event that, well, this was to happen.
So, who's the highwayman now?
She kind of looks around at those in the room. Well, you are. I knew it. The highwayman is dead.
Is she dead for real? Or is that
And
just...
Well, we didn't
I
see her
walk
body.
out as you're saying that. I'm like, well, we saw her blow up, so
It could have been her just transforming into something blowing up.
Shape
true. She could have
into
shapeshifted
dust.
into
Like a mini spider.
A
A
fire.
pile of dust.
something
Dust,
that
yeah.
likes to be blown up.
And there's no sign of the corpse of the highwayman, just a black scorch on the ground and an empty pair of manacles. The 2 casings of the bomb both lie separated.
Oh yeah, I'll
Where
grab
they
my
were
manacles
Nix
back
walks
again
in.
Sure.
Did she leave us anything behind?
There is
We're the
quite a bit to the
highwayman
head.
now.
Intelligence, decisions to make, things of large importance, small importance. There is quite a bit to do.
And are you gonna fill us in?
Oh, well, of course, Nix will help you with the day-to-day.
And she's sure she wanted to pick us. You're sure.
Well, Mister's not
sure.
sure, but she was adamant for some reason.
I mean, we're pretty good at what we do.
She looks again around at the destroyed rooms. Pretty good.
That's
know.
nice.
Pretty good.
And she,
Dust comes out.
well, we are cleaning up the rest of the monastery. I will go see if they need assistance, but return to the head when you're ready. And
Before you leave, if they're going through the monastery, can you check if they found some of our belongings?
of course, anything in particular.
We're looking for a hoop.
A snake?
Like pulo?
Like, what does it look like?
Pilates ring, yes.
It's like a bangle.
Like a
A
bangle?
bangle.
Like a bangle that would go on a
It's
wrist? Small
green,
metal? Green?
Polished stone.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. That's the description.
I
We'd be
will
looking
keep
for.
my
And when you throw it...
nose open for it.
Artisanal boards,
Oh,
too.
that's right. She's...
Yeah. I was going to say, while she's
I
doing
can
that, I'm
pick
like,
up some more artisanal boards once we get back to Waterdeep.
Okay. I thought... I took all my belongings. I'm good.
Can
So-
you
there was all
look
my
for
belongings, but I
snake
don't remember what I
list?
had.
She assures you she'll look for all your shit. Okay. But as the highwayman kind of told you in Waterdeep, you get the sense that the extremely powerful artifacts that you lost were probably not just kept at the monastery. Whatever the web had in mind, they've probably been put to that purpose.
What is it like outside? Are there hostile monks or?
There were a few. There are less now.
Is there still a big beam of light in the air?
When I checked last, yes.
Oh, so this didn't fix that part.
We should check the.
I was going to say, is there
Basement.
anything in the cave? In the basement? Has
the
anyone gone
basement.
to the basement?
I'm not sure.
There's
Has
a
any-
cave in the basement.
Has anybody seen the rose? You guys were looking around the room.
Nothing's here.
Well, we didn't search the room,
I searched
but I
everything.
doubt they'll have it here.
I searched it very thoroughly.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
it was a 17 out of 20.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
Yeah, missed. All that other shit that they want, the rose is super important too.
Of course.
We should go to that beam of light.
I think I need to rest.
Yeah, let's maybe
You died like
maybe do
twice.
that tomorrow.
Is that enough rest?
Oh.
I mean, the town is still here. I seem to remember there being a nice
Liquor
spa.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bath.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's people
Yeah.
there right now.
It was. You found a horse corpse and blood smears when you looked in the town.
Free for all for us.
That's right. There would be at
All
least
the free
a
horses
couple
we want.
beds, maybe.
Maybe some food
For a
left
hot
over, beer from the.
Hopefully that.
Some wine.
Wine, yeah. Barley
Wine.
wine. Take for the road.
Okay.
Because you're heading into the town.
I guess. So.
Is there? I'm gonna ask Miss. Did someone already ask this? Is there monks running around
Yeah.
trying to fight people? Okay.
Well, they ran around for a while and missed, or one of missed friends took care of them.
So they're all dead?
Well, dead or incapacitated, shall we say?
How many like
Let's
senior operatives are working for the Highwaymen, would you say?
Well, all that information and more waits for you back at the head. Even Miss does not know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At least, and she goes around the room and counts. 7, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
You using
You
your
sure
ears?
it's not 7?
Could be 7.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is the monastery is just like
Done.
just destroyed?
From what Ding and Miss have described to you, you get the sense that it is pretty much blunt. Have you seen Chernobyl? It's a lot like Chernobyl.
Do you think we can rebuild it? Make it our new home of operations? We can make a new town here.
We could do that in our hotel. In
At
Splinters.
Yeah, I'd
That
rather
could
go
be
to
our
Splinters.
HQ.
Splinters.
Don't you all remember how nice those private rooms were in the Hogshead?
Oh yeah, we
Where's
get
the
access to
Hogshead?
those.
Yeah, we've got a base
Where
of
the
operations
Highwaymen
now.
operated
Hag's
previous.
Head. Yeah, that's
Hag's
what I
Head.
Yeah,
said.
but you need
Hag's
a
Head.
new HQ.
It's my Canadian accent.
What do you call it?
We have a base of operations now,
Yeah.
and it's in
In Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
But do we want to
Wait,
keep
do you
it
have
there?
one on the road?
We don't know.
You need locations.
forward
Yeah.
operating
These
bases.
are
I got it.
Maybe discussions for another time.
5 minutes. Team, 5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
Perhaps should learn what is involved in being the highwayman before.
I think that's a great idea. We
Mhm.
should.
Maybe we should head back then.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go rest. Because Ibris needs a small rest. And then maybe we should head back to find out what's waiting for us.
Yeah, I can't summon my owls. of course.
Where? Oh, yeah. And yeah, you need to summon. Where's Boulder's Gate? I need to get there at some
Oh,
point.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
is to
Gate.
the south of
South.
Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Damn
on the
Canadian
coast.
accents.
Damn Canadian accent. Okay, well that's a ways away. So should we head back to Waterdeep after we rest then?
Yeah, we can rest here. There's a bed here.
There'll be
There's one bed.
one bed.
You guys are resting in the abbot's quarters?
I
Former
mean,
quarters?
I'm gonna head to town and
There's gonna
Yeah.
be
find somewhere that has.
as long as
a
there's no blood
relatively
dripping off the
comfortable bed.
walls.
You do make it to town waylaid. And it becomes immediately obvious the place was abandoned. Or abandoned is maybe not the right word. The people seem to have been forcefully dragged out. There is upturned beds, and it looks like everywhere's pretty much been ransacked. But things are intact enough that you could write some beds in the inn and get a place together to sleep for the evening if you wish.
I'm gonna meet everybody at the town.
Sure.
I'm gonna take like a moment at the monastery, kind of reflect, I guess, in a sadness.
It was your former friend Erica on the
Yeah.
body of a giant spider that you just
Mm,
killed.
nightmares.
You should take her head as a souvenir.
That's a little.
That's
fucked up.
yeah.
Too much.
As you are making your way to the town, Mist splits off. Is, well, I will meet you in Waterdeep if that is acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time, Highwayman.
Thank
She
you.
kind of shakes her head a little bit.
Hey, we finally have a name.
Yeah. got a name.
Or the highway.
The highwayman.
And do you have anything to say? She's gonna turn around and.
I don't know. Thank you.
I have something. Hey, miss, can we, do you know if there's any horses that anyone had hanging around?
Could always look for them. They probably went where the people did.
All right.
She kind of says over her shoulder. She's walking away, just flicking her leopard printed tail, and she starts to run. She's very, very fast as she kind of lowers down onto all fours and is extremely fast. You are shocked, faster than a horse as she takes off.
Not as fast as an owl.
You all post up in the inn.
Oh yeah, because we beat her.
We beat her with the owls, so she ain't that fast.
You all post up in the inn for the evening.
Yes.
Yeah, I
The
think
town
we need to rest.
at the base of the monastery.
Yeah.
Yes.
I find a bed and just like collapse on it.
I'm gonna go rummage in the.
I feel like I died like 3 times.
I'm gonna go rummage in the kitchen for some wine or something.
Yeah, definitely.
You're able to find it. It's been turned over, but you're able to find a mostly intact cask and a couple unbroken
Just gonna, like,
cups.
fill something up. Whew.
Oh yeah.
And you all bed down for the evening.
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Sure. And that's where we'll leave off.
Winners.
Victory!
Ours.
Killed that fucking abbot finally.
The new highwayman. Yes, after the abbots stole everything you had and magically compelled you back to Waterdeep and back,
I'm so happy she's dead.
she's dead.
She deserved it.
Your friend was a real asshole, you know
Yeah.
that?
She was.
Friend.
It wasn't her. It was someone else.
Sorry you had to kill your friend's body,
That's okay. That's alright.
but you didn't.
I was gonna say she was
Kill
dead
her
inside
soul.
anyways, but it wasn't her inside.
Yeah.
I really like that. We're now the Highwaymen.
You have a party name!
Finally.
I told you something might shake out.
The highwayman.
Oh man! Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This was just a test to see how our setup worked. Clearly, some things to figure out. We'll have a game cam and stuff for next time.
From
You should
scratch.
keep cords away from me because I accidentally unplugged them.
Is that when that one froze? Did that
Yeah.
one unplug? Oh,
That's
okay.
stuck to me.
Yeah, I'll no, we'll run them properly and everything for next time. Thanks so much for watching, though. Hopefully, we'll have something a little more structured, something new, something folks can get on the ground floor sometime soon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow for some video games.
Bye.
Video.